And so, at last we finally meet for our final battle. I have been training hard and I shall defeat you! Well, fuck. Hello everyone, this is Zeshin from Heroes and Fools. We're here and showcasing the Dragon Ball, or Dragon Block, was it?
Yeah, Dragon
Block C mod. As you saw in the intro, it's got a lot of fun stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the crafting area. We're going to do crafting. We're going to show you what that bar in the upper left-hand corner does. And we're going to show you some of the also world generation and mobs. So, in crafting, one of the things you can put together is a katana. This is the recipe for it. It's quite simple. The katana is it's about as effective as a diamond sword, I would say. It's pretty decent. It's worth making, especially for the materials. And then you can upgrade it to a brave sword when you can get one of these Zeshin shards. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I ever mispronounce anything. Anyway.
Zeshin.
Yeah.
Japanese for you.
By the way, if you forgot, that's my friend Sean there.
Hello.
Alright, so the Zeshin shards, as far as I can figure, you can only get by summoning the dragon, which we'll go ahead and cover that later. You put them together and you can make the blade, and this is how you make the hilt, and you put that together to make the brave sword. And then the next level is the Z sword. More Zeshin shards, some gold, and you can get the Z sword. Now the Z sword hits like a truck. I'm pretty sure if you are not powered up in any way, this thing can one-hit kill a normal person.
Hit me with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. See, that's the Z sword. Sean will join us pretty soon. He's gone off to the afterlife, actually, which is another interesting thing about this mod. But on with more crafting stuff. Now this is the battle armor. First off, you need to find what's called a Warrenite. You can read and pronounce it. These crystals, so we're going to call them crystals. They spawn like these type of ores. You can find them in any of the worlds. They are at any layer. And yeah, they're crystals. Look at them, all shiny crystals. They're like diamond, but, you know, not. Anyways, you craft them like normal armor, except for a helmet, and there's a reason why for the helmet. With that, you can add dyes, and you can make all these fancy armors that you see from the normal series. And this is also another thing you can do with wool. You can put it together, depending upon the colors. You can make the other types of armor, well, clothing in the series. To Piccolo's armor, to Trunks, and I think that was it Vegeto's armor?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
All that kind of thing. So you can look like, you know, Goku.
Woo!
Alright, from there we have scouters. Now this is the reason why there's no helmets, because, you know, all of the soldiers didn't have helmets, they had scouters. Right. But this nifty little scouter, you can plonk it on your head, and it gives you a nifty little thing in the left-hand corner there. F4 activates it. Now here's a reason why you don't want a tier 1 scouter. So you can switch between the different types of settings. This one is how far away. Oh! That was checking his power level. His power level is way too high for that scouter to actually handle. But anyways, that's how you craft it. In order to get the higher tiers of scouters, you have to craft these chips, as you can see there. And you can put them on the scouter like so. You have tier 2 and tier 3, and then you have all these fancy colors depending upon the die that you place in the upper left-hand corner when you make your first scouter. Now, if I put on a tier 3 scouter, let's see, you can see his power level is, I think 590 million or 5 billion.
Yeah, 590 million.
And the scouter can handle it. Yeah, so that's the scouters. Let's go ahead and take that off. As you can see, I'm wearing some of the battle armor. And there's something else you probably noticed that we'll cover that in a bit. we have also a space pod. This is how you craft it. This is how you actually visit the other planets. You take the space pod and just plunk it. And you got a nifty little space pod. Let's go ahead and climb in. Look, it's got all these controls and stuff. You right click. You don't have to necessarily be inside to use it, but it's easier. You click on and you can pick the planet you'll want to go to. We'll go ahead and... oh, space pod's gone. We'll cover the other planets in a bit. Now, you also notice in the background there is this new type of terrain. This is a new terrain generation, which effectively is where all the Cybermen spawn. And there's a fun little thing you can do with it. Of course, if you mine it, you get the cobblestone version, which you get dirty stone. And then if you burn the dirty stone, or if you craft it in a square, you get white colored stone, or a there's another type of stone. It's the one, if you can see in the distance there, it's that kind of stone. It's mostly what you see in Namek as what they made their houses out of. But in particular, this type of stone, white colored stone.
The basic wall stone.
Yep.
That's what it is, right here.
Yes, there it is. Yep, it's a nice little stone. Sturdy, just pretty much like stone. Looks nifty too. But if you make this kind of stone, you'll know I can't break it. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it's, there's Kami's tower there. It's made out of this stuff. You can't blow it up no matter how much you try. The last but not least, the most important part, if any, is the Dragon Balls. Just ignore that. Dragon Balls! Yeah, so this is a Namekian Dragon Ball, which you find on Namek, and that is a normal Dragon Ball, which you find on Earth. And, in order to find them, of course, you would want a Dragon Radar. So you craft it like that, with the chips like you saw before, and the iron and the crystal, and it will blip where a Dragon Ball is nearby. Now, I will also note... oh, where'd the stone ones go?
I have them right here.
Alright, the other type of Dragon Balls that will show up are the inert stone Dragon Balls. I think they're just called stone something.
Stonified Dragon Block.
Yeah, there we go. Stonified Dragon Block. You'll note
You're not
that,
supposed to crack. You're supposed to actually have them, but
yeah, you find them out in the world and they just generate. These things will, over time, turn into normal Dragon Balls, but while they are a stone, your Dragon Radar cannot pick them up. So, if you've gone and, you know, searched for all the Dragon Balls in your area and you thought you found them, you might have missed some of these stone ones. Alright, that's all of the crafting recipes. Let's go ahead and move on to the Kai techniques.
Alright, so now we're going to show you all the Kai abilities and what goes with them. First off, this is Kami. If you right click him, yeah, he'll say some stuff and you can learn the Kai attacks.
Wasn't there supposed to be like trees here? Hey, what
No,
what happened?
No, it's fine, it's fine. That was some earlier testing. Don't worry about that. So if you right click Kami, he'll say some stuff and you can learn Kai attacks, and it shows all the Kai attacks and Kai abilities minus the Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb, which you have to learn from someone else.
Someone out in the wilderness and whatnot.
Yes. You can also get your hair cut if you want to change your Saiyan hair.
Cut hair.
Damien.
Look at me, I'm beautiful. Oh. I have normal Minecraft skin.
Okay, put some hair back on. You look awful.
Alright. So,
if you press J, it will open up your abilities menu, which we'll talk about in a bit. And down in the bottom right hand corner, it shows that you can get different hair. So Damien will now select his hair.
Got my hair back.
Hair color.
Accept.
Alright.
Now I got my hair back.
Alright, so if we go back into the abilities menu by pressing J, you have 10 different abilities. First off, there is body, which should increase your HP. It works sometimes, half the time. I don't know. It's still...
It pretty much increases your overall hit points. The more you have, the tougher you are.
Right. Spirit is the amount of Kai your character has.
Which is
Da-
that stuff in the upper left-hand corner.
Yes. Dash, which if you hold R when walking, you will pretty much run really fast.
Show an
Depending on the
example of
level.
that.
All right.
So normal sprint, and then
No, this is the dash.
super sprint.
Yeah, this is at max level as well. It's not really very fast. Or if I can sprint and then I'm sprinting and dashing at the same time, which is much faster.
Faster movement. All right.
All right. Next in the list is jump, which is a Kai jump, which if you press X, you do a Kai jump, like so.
This is a normal jump. That was a Kai jump.
So much higher. Let me just. There we go. Yeah. All right.
All right. Next is ascending.
Right. Ascending is how you go to your different Super Saiyan levels. As you saw in the intro, my character went straight up to Super Saiyan 3. You can do this by holding G. Now, it takes different ascending levels to get to different levels of Super Saiyan.
It's like
You can get Super Saiyan 1 right off the bat.
your first buy.
And at level 5 ascending, you can get Super Saiyan 2. And then level 8 ascending, you can get Super Saiyan 3.
Takes quite a lot of experience.
Oh, yes.
Why don't you explain how the experience transfers into training points, which is the next bit?
Right. So, when you're in your abilities, if you look in the top left, it says current DBC experience. To get DBC experience, you just kill mobs. Different mobs give you different amounts of experience. Normal Minecraft mobs give you like 1. And then some of the mobs in this can give you anywhere from like 5 to 300 experience.
Which we'll show a little bit of that later.
Right. And now, there's a button for training points. 5 DBC experience equals 1 training point. So you can just transfer all your experience into training points. And then use the training points to spend on your abilities. Next is the charging rate. The charging rate is how fast you charge your Kai. At max, you can charge 2,000 at a time.
Which the charging button is?
The charging button
Button.
is C. I've switched my hotkeys around, so I had to look at a piece of paper.
Which gives you this nifty little animation.
Right.
Animation.
Also, if you want to get out of Super Saiyan without having just to deplete your Kai completely, you can hold the H key, and you will just go straight back down to normal.
Alright, next.
Oh, and also another tidbit is when you're in Super Saiyan form, you get more Kai. It just adds to your max Kai.
I believe it adds, overall adds various things to your jump, punch, fly. You get more powerful.
Overall, yes.
And your power level also shoots up.
Yes, very much so. Next, we have Punch, which increases your Kai punch. When you're close to an enemy, you can punch them.
Ah!
And it does a ton of damage.
Depending upon how much level you have.
Right.
And if you have 0 Kai and somebody punches you like that way, you're gonna have to do a lot more. Right?
Oh.
As you see, I'm still taking damage. You don't want to go below 0 in Kai, or 0. It's one of the two. It's hard to tell.
Right. Next, we have Fly, which will allow you to fly. It's not like creative. If you hold the F key, you will fly upward. And then if you just let go of the F key, you'll just fall.
Kami
But
watched you fly up.
Oh.
It's like
Creeper.
woo!
But if there's another button you can use to float. So while you're in the air, if you use left control, you can float. And then you can use, the normal W, S, A, and D to move around.
Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not in creative mode. I'm floating, just like him. Alright, next.
The last one is attack power. Your attack power is what increases all of your Kai attacks.
Which leads us to the next bit in part 2, Kai abilities and dimensions.